Okay, guys, so before we get started, a lot of you are asking which broker it is that I'm using in the comments. So in the next 1 minute and 30 seconds, I am going to reveal my broker. If you're not interested in the broker that I'm using, simply skip over the next 1 minute and a half. The link is going to be in the description. It's a wonderful broker. You'll see why. I love US30 and I love platforms that allow everyone to trade US30. So guys, the purpose of this video is because I am trading on Henko Trade. I love the platform and I know that there's a lot of traders who also love trading US30, but they had to go to secondary pairs or maybe even currency pairs because they felt like it was unaffordable. I am trading US30 right now with $1,000 in my account and I'm trading a 0.01 and I'm able to trade US30 literally pennies to the dollar. So it's very affordable. I love the navigation of this platform. I love the fact that I'm able to customize my experience. Over here to the right, I can go in different modes, grid view, basic chart, multi-chart, custom. This is where you can customize everything, right? If you're looking to watch multiple pairs at one time, you can absolutely do that on this platform while still being in an active trade. So I do love Henko Trade, and it's very affordable for us US30 traders with those small account sizes. So guys, head to my description, click the link, and start trading with Henko Trade. You will not be disappointed. US30 is very difficult for new and seasoned traders, and I'm gonna give you a walkthrough of how I set my chart up, what I look for, what time, and how to successfully place a trade on the right side of the market. So let's get started, guys. I start on the monthly time frame. This is a new month, so it's very important to highlight the previous month's high and the previous month's low. So we'll go in and start that. Why am I doing this, right? Because you want to be able to determine if price is going to be attracted to the previous high or the previous low and where it stands. As you can see, this new candle is opening where May's candle has closed. We have June, and price is either going to go higher or lower. So we'll determine that on a smaller time frame. What do we have down here? We do have a breaker structure. We do have areas of imbalance, and we do have a bullish OB that is on the monthly time frame. So I'm just highlighting a lot of things. What I'm not going to highlight is the imbalance. We can see that. And if you don't know what an imbalance candle is, it's where we don't have any wicks or bodies in front of or behind the candle. This means that there's an imbalance of orders and price will bring its way back to that area eventually. We cannot determine exactly when. So let's head down to the weekly time frame. As you can see, last week, what this candle indicates is that we had a bearish last week, but then it ended going in the opposite direction, which is exactly what happened here. So as you can see, this wick tells me everything I need to know that price started to travel up, which we saw that on Friday with US30 and also NAS 100 as well. So on this weekly candle, I'm going to highlight the previous week's high and the previous week's low, and you guys can mark that in. I like to keep my charts very detailed so that way if I take my eyes off the chart and I come back to it, I know exactly what I was looking at and what I was looking for. So I'm gonna go to the daily time frame. Let's check out that daily candle. This is what I was talking about. That wick, this is that wick, right? It's a huge candle. And that's what happened on Friday. We were completely bearish the previous week, and then Friday did a thing. So the first thing that I'm going to point out is what made price push up. If we look at this area, my team and I, we were looking at this area. Here's that area had a break of structure, and then we had an area of interest right here in this area. I'll show you that on the 4-hour time frame. And we were expecting price to go up. And I'll show you the exact entry that all of us were able to see and identify before price took off. So what did price leave behind? That's very important because if we want an opportunity today, we have to be able to determine what price left behind. The first thing that I'm noticing is that we have a ton of imbalance in here. And we left behind a bullish order block. I love order blocks, but order blocks are not the only way to enter price. I will explain that in the very next video. Different ways to enter, because OBs are not the only way. In this case, guys, this is going to be my OB area of interest. This is where I would like to get in for a trade. And if I have to narrow it down on a smaller time frame, then I will. So right now, guys, price is showing me that it's continuing to be bullish, right? If we look at the lows are getting higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take price up unless price starts to break structure to the downside. But for now, I'm going to take price up. Why? What, aside from those lows, guys, if we close the chart a little bit, we can see that here at these highs, we close above these previous highs right up here. And I'm looking at the body and not the wick. We closed above these previous highs when we made a new high, which is the swing high. And this was an indication that price wants to go higher. And then as price traveled down, it did not break the previous lows, which is down here. And that's an indication that price wants to go higher yet again. Do we have a new swing high and a new swing low? We absolutely do. Here's that swing high. Here's that swing low. And price is traveling up to a premium area. What is premium? It's above that 50% of that swing high and a swing low right here. And price traveled from a discounted area into a premium. So it's not quite in premium yet. And remember, guys, we want to sell in premium and we want to buy in discount. Remember, your charts should look very colorful. There should be a lot of writing, notation on the chart so that you remember what it is that you're looking for, right? So I'm looking to take price up back in discount. Price has not reached premium as of yet. We can still get up there to premium, but if price is not going to go to premium as of yet, then we want to look on a smaller time frame just to see where it is, where we can get an opportunity possibly, right? Remember, this is my high probable setup. This is the setup that I'm very confident in, and that's the buy up. But if I can get an opportunity to take price down while I'm waiting for my setup, then I'm going to absolutely do that. So here's my daily time frame stuff, and I'm going to move down to the 4-hour time frame. I also want to show you guys where price took off last week on that Friday. But before I do that, guys, let's see what happened here. So price looks like it broke structure. It looks like it broke a low and it may be traveling up to this area to continue down. This is exactly what I want to see. I want to see if price is going to start making its way down so that I can take my trade back up. And of course, I'd be targeting the previous highs, but I'd also be targeting that premium area. So let's just see what price is going to do in this area here. Maybe I have to go down to the smaller time frame. It is 9:29. This is my trading session. So I am curious to see if price is going to respect this area here and travel down. I'd want to see a break of structure after this so that I'm confident that it's going to go down. Remember, trading down is actually trading against the trend and it's very risky. So if I'm going to take a risky setup, I at least need to see a break of structure and a retest happen after the initial move. So here's an area of interest. Remember, this is not my high probable setup. This is just a counter trade. And here's the area that I intend on entering right down here. So I've narrowed down my daily time frame OB to a 4-hour OB, right? And now I'm going to go down to the 1-hour time frame from this 4-hour time frame. Remember, price is bullish. So if it does not respect this area, it's okay. This is a trade against the actual trend. And I want to actually take the buy once price reaches down to that area. So on Friday, how did price get where it's at now? Let's backtrack a little bit. On Friday, and I was actually on a call with one of my students, and she was actually in this trade, and her confidence kind of like dropped a little bit based on watching the candles. I do suggest that if you're going to enter a trade and you have your stop loss set in place, simply walk away from the trade. Don't watch the candles because it's a lot of pressure, right? It's a lot of pressure when you're watching the candles go back down, and you may get afraid and you may exit a really nice setup. So what she noticed here was that we broke structure, right? Because we have certain confirmations that we follow. We broke structure here. Here's that break of structure. When price breaks structure, and I'm going to go ahead and remove this 4-hour OB. just for a little bit. When price breaks structure, it's important to note what price has left behind, and it's now 9:32. I'm gonna go back in and check to see what has happened. So when price breaks structure, you want to see what has been left behind. And we noticed that there was a little bit of imbalance left behind right here, because after the break of structure, we definitely want to see a retest. So price has broken structure, left a little bit of imbalance. Right beneath that imbalance is where we want to take an opportunity. So break of structure, first confirmation. Of course, guys, on the higher time frame, we were anticipating price to go higher. So this was all in connection with our analysis. But while down on this 1 hour time frame, we broke structure. We left behind some imbalance. We wanted to see a retest. We wanted to see price after breaking that high come back down into the area, because this is where price picks you up. And after going into that area, after breaking structure and climbing back to the area, you want to have an exit plan. What is going to be the exit plan? Where are you going to exit this trade? And this was a really nice area right here. Really nice area, but we also had higher time frame. We also had some higher time frame stuff as well. Let's see what we were looking at exactly. I think it was pretty much that area. That's a safe area. So I want to say we were looking at this area right here. And price did come back into that particular area of interest. It came in pretty aggressively. So if you were watching, you may have been tempted to close out a trade. And that's why I don't suggest watching your trades. So it came in pretty aggressively, but it did not hit the stop loss. If your stop loss was right here, it did not hit the stop loss. And then price continued to take off for the duration of Friday. So this brings us back to where we are now. I want to see how price reacts to this area, right? And if I can get a sell opportunity and take it down, then I'm absolutely going to do that. Remember, guys, every time frame is going to give you a swing high and a swing low, and this is where you can measure your premium and discount for the purpose of an entry. And you can safely take this down to a discounted area, or and after going down to that discounted area, you guys can wait and just to see what price is going to do or how it reacts thereafter. And then you can wait for your high probable setup to take price back up. So guys, it is a little bit after lunch, and this is how the trade progressed. Looks like it went as planned. I did catch an entry at the top there. And I also caught an entry on NAS 100. And this is how it played out.